All right, ladies and gentlemen, even if you're not into spiders, this could still be very entertaining depending on which way it goes. We have my Trinidad Olive-Gold, because both of them are gold. They are communal. They're one of the few communal tarantulas. And I do have a male and female together. Whether or not he's still with us, I'm not sure, only because of his age. They did have babies, because I didn't see my female for almost 3 months, and I was like, she's got to have an egg sac in there. And I don't know if you can tell. Probably not. Oh, right there. You see right there? There's one little baby. Okay, and now they're really ready to come out of there, and she has them webbed in. That's just to protect the babies, because I know when they're molting, when they're really, really little, they eat their own shed. They don't have to have something coming in to feed them. However, at this age, they're probably starting to get hungry, so I need to take them from here. And normally a lot of breeders would put them in vials. Each baby has his own vial, so they don't eat each other, but these guys are communal. Thank goodness, but that's why I chose them, because I thought that would be kind of interesting. That's hard. We're blocking holes because, you know, you have to plan ahead when you don't know when the eggs are going to hatch, and you don't want a whole store full of spiders. So yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. I did this for you. So they need to leave this enclosure, and I plan on keeping them all together, because that would be so much easier than putting each baby in its own vial. Because can you imagine feeding 200 to 250 babies? That's a lot of work. So I appreciate the work that tarantula breeders go through, because there's a lot of work involved. Here's the finished enclosure up close. We have lots of fake plants for them to be able to attach their web to, branches. You notice the brick wall in the back. I have a raised water dish in the corner. That'll helpfully keep dirt from getting into it, being it raised up. We have some live moss, not too many live plants in there. I do notice that I forgot to put leaf litter, so that definitely is going to happen here on the next day or so. We have several isopods in the enclosure. The dwarf whites, that'll be a great source of food for the little tiny baby tarantulas. I've never transferred that many babies into an enclosure, and it could be like herding cats. It could go really well, or it could be disastrous. So either way, you're going to witness it today, because I'm going to put it on video just for fun. Now, mom is still in there. And historically, female tarantulas do not like you touching their babies, so this should be interesting. I might put her in here along with the babies. Being that they get along and she may take care of them, it just seemed like the thing to do. So here we go. Let me get this set up. Okay. Suddenly, I feel like all thumbs. Okay. Well, I have my catch cup. I have another cup, tweezers, huge paintbrush. I got a small paintbrush for herding them along. I got a walkie-talkie to scream for help. As I've seen online, when people try to take the egg sac away from the mother, she gets pretty upset. I baby-proofed this enclosure. It was an older enclosure that I had my worm snakes in. Right here, there's where the electrical cords could come out. That I had to do when I had the decay snake, because they could get out. So I siliconed that, both that one and this one, so they're not able to get up in here. So I think I pretty much covered any possible places that they could get out. The screen, because of having these little hooks that hold the light on so the light doesn't move or while it's hot or fall off and break, they like poke little holes in the screen. So I went around and tried to find any piece of screen that even remotely looked like was broken or bent, and put some silicone on it. And then what I did was put a piece of tape on both sides, because it wasn't completely dry yet. Well, I found, because it was under the light, I found a few more little holes, so we wanted to fix that before we went any further. When this is done, don't tease me now, this is going to work. It'll work. And when it's all done, it keeps the silicone away from them. This is safe silicone. It smells like vinegar. It's aquarium silicone. If it's safe for fish, it's safe for them. Okay. Plus, when it's done drying, I can just peel the tape off, and I will have a little black patch on the screen. Look at that. I'm clever. Okay. Oh, why am I so nervous all of a sudden? I feel like I'm all thumbs. Okay, we can do this. I think. How about that? I tried to rearrange the camera so hopefully you could get a better view of why I scream. I mean, what's going on. Oh, sorry, covering your view. I'm just getting ready, imagining Mom just lurching out of here and just, so I'm kind of concerned a little bit about Mom. Don't see Mom. Is that good or bad? Guys, I think I did it. Oh, hey, Mom's in there with them. Well, let's just do that for a second. Let's see if we need to clean up anything in here. I'm going to take this out later. Just put this in a big flat tub and just kind of go through it. Make sure there's nothing in there still. Wow, let's see. Don't want to pinch a baby by accident. Just kind of very gently. Oh, there's one. Can you see it? Oh, let me get you down a little closer. Okay, they may be spiders, but they're my babies, so you be nice. Can you see? Oh, look, guys, there's my babies. Oh, that's cool. Well, now the sack is open. Okay, now that's better. That's some good detail. Look. A few years ago, this would have made me pass out. But this is actually, you know, it's kind of fascinating. I think education is the key. The more I learned about tarantulas, the less I feared them. I don't have any desire to hold them, but they are interesting. Once they have shed a few more times, then I will be setting up some enclosures that I can sell with maybe 3 or 4 of them in there, and you can have your own colony. If you see some with the really, really fat abdomens and really short legs, those ones are the younger ones. So that's why I'm just kind of leaving the sack and not opening it anymore. Just kind of let them kind of do whatever. Almost immediately after being put in the new enclosure, she starts webbing a nursery. It's really smart because once she gets this webbed up, the babies come inside the web with her. She doesn't have to chase them all around the enclosure. They're just kind of like corralled in there with her. I'm incredibly grateful for being able to see this whole experience up close and personal, to see this tenacity and determination of her to take care of her babies. This helps me to view them differently and not necessarily what movies or society or culture has made them out to be. So, when I went to make sure that I got all the babies out of the old enclosure and that I didn't leave anything behind, guess who was waiting in there for me? The dad. He was still alive. I thought he didn't make it. So I put him in here, and he's in there with his babies, along with just 2 other little babies I found. So I guess the family's all reunited now.